I know I want to be a mom.
You do?
Oh, absolutely.
Really?
Absolutely, yeah.
Like, is that something you've always known, or did you come to that?
I've come to that.
A question for you. What do you want next?
I want to travel, I want to direct more, and maybe have a kid.
The camera was supposed to stay focused on dumbbells and sweat-gleaming biceps, but the internet's collective gaze drifted a few inches lower and froze. Midstream on July 18th, 2025, Meagan Good raised her barbell, her fitted tank shifted, and a gentle curve stirred whispers that spread faster than any rep counter ever could. Jonathan Majors, half grin, half dare, tossed off a casual line. Who knows if she's pregnant? Then ended the workout with an, "All right, y'all, peace." That throwaway tease detonated like flash powder. Hashtag Baby Majors bulldozed through the trending list. TikTok sleuths slowed the clip to quarter speed, and Reddit threads compared belly angles with CSI-level precision. For Majors, still treading water after courtroom blows and PR whirlpools, the hinted baby arrived like both lifeboat and kraken, a symbol of second chances that could either steady his image or drag it back into the depths. Those 44 seconds were a masterclass in unintended virality. Good steadied her bar, Majors counted her reps, and the lens dipped just enough for a rounded silhouette to peek out from beneath that charcoal tank. Fans isolated individual frames, overlaid grid lines, and blew up stills until pixels blurred, determined to prove the curve was more than lighting. Gossip blogs slapped up headlines. Marvel's ex-Big Bad expecting big baby, while stan accounts posted split screens of Meagan's past red carpet silhouettes versus this new livestream reveal. In less than an afternoon, speculative fan art depicted toddler-sized Kang helmets on nursery shelves. Yet lingering over every pastel meme was one inconvenient asterisk. Jonathan Majors' misdemeanor assault conviction was barely 12 months old, and public opinion hadn't fully decided whether he deserved a comeback, let alone a baby shower. Next up, the ex who once sheltered him from the worst fallout, now hinting she held evidence even she found too ugly to reveal. Grace Jabari's re-entry into the discourse was silent but deafening. A monochrome Instagram story reading, "The truth protects itself." Stay tuned. She didn't tag, didn't hashtag, didn't name names. She didn't need to. Social media detectives instantly linked the timing to the bump buzz, remembering Jabari's civil lawsuit that shadowed Majors all through 2024 before vanishing behind the words "dismissed with prejudice." Settlement rumors talked six-figure hush money, mandatory NDAs, and a mutual gag clause designed to lock skeletons in their closets forever. But baby news has a way of loosening tongues. Within hours, Jabari followed with a blurred shot of paperwork and the caption, "They still don't know what really happened." Commenters split. Some accused her of bitter jealousy, others hailed a survivor reclaiming her narrative. The common thread: everyone sensed this was calculated, not impulsive, a strategic strike while Major's redemption House of Cards was still under construction. Coming, the leaked texts and the uneasy audio clip that once threatened to raise that house, now circulating again with fresh fury. The screenshots were ugly the first time, the encore feels worse. In them, Jabari texts that she's ready to lie to the cops about how she hurt her hand because I don't want this to get worse for you. Majors replies with the warnings about hospitals triggering investigations if doctors see injuries that don't match the story. Lawyers called the messages manipulative. Fans called them damning. Then there's the audio Rolling Stone published in March 2025, where Majors admits he never wrestled with a woman before, subtext unmistakable, before rationalizing it as a one-off lapse brought on by sarcasm. At trial, the defense framed those words as context, not confession, but the internet hears them as a crack in the good guy facade. With the pregnancy rumor trending, influencers reposted the tape, TikTok legal analysts translated the jargon into plain chills, and public patience thinned. But insiders had been warning for years, long before cops were called or headlines screamed. In February 2023, filmmaker A.B. Allen tweeted about an unnamed vicious, cruel rising star who Twitter was swooning over. 1 month later, when Major's arrest became public, Allen didn't bother coyness. He retweeted his own warning with a triumphant ding, ding, ding. That same week, theater producer Tim Nicolai added his voice, describing a sociopath and abuser the New York performance community had tiptoed around for years. Neither offered receipts, yet their testimonies formed a breadcrumb trail repeated every time new allegations surfaced. Actors whispered about explosive tempers backstage. PAs on indie sets talked of tension so thick they learned to communicate by text to avoid mid-scene flare-ups. Alone, such anecdotes are gossip. Together, they sketch a pattern too consistent for comfort. And patterns are poison for PR because they suggest the problem is bigger than one bad night. Meanwhile, the legal saga lumbered along, verdicts delivered, sentences negotiated, settlements inked, but never truly done. December 2023 delivered a split verdict, guilty of misdemeanor assault and harassment, not guilty on felony counts. Prosecutors sought jail time. The defense pushed for therapy. After months of adjournments, on April 8th, 2024. Hearing produced compromise, 1 year of probation, mandatory anger management, and a no-contact order with Jabari. Civil litigation followed. Jabari sued for emotional distress. Majors counterfiled defamation claims. Both sides engaged in discovery that unearthed text strings best left buried. By November 2024, a surprise joint statement announced the civil case resolved. No apology, no admission, just lawyers smiling tight-lipped outside chambers. With probation officially ending July 2025, Major's record was technically clean, unless new evidence surfaced. Hollywood accountants exhaled, anything that put risk in numbers, they can tabulate. Anything that adds fresh unknowns, they fear. Cue the entertainment machine's most daring trick, turning scandal into box office gold. Disney's decision to shelve magazine dreams after Sundance buzz and before sentencing looked like a death blow. But Briarcliff swooped in, promising an unflinching marketing campaign for its March 21st, 2025 rollout. Early screenings to micro-influencers drew rave tweets about Major's haunting commitment, and a few brave trade outlets predicted award chatter if audiences forgave the man to watch the performance. Banking on that grace, producers snapped Majors up for 2 mid-budget thrillers. The chatter even reached A-list circles. At a June 2025 gala, Michael B. Jordan praised Majors' resilience on the red carpet, sending a signal to wary casting directors. Studios calculated that controversy fatigue might morph into curiosity dollars, especially if a wholesome family subplot, see, a baby, could soften edges. But morals clauses baked into new contracts gave financiers easy exit ramps if more dirt surfaced, and Jabari's cryptic hints suddenly looked like potential detonators, not just gossip. Yet the spotlight isn't solely on Majors. Meagan Good is writing her own late career chapter, and her timing is no accident. When Meagan finalized her split from faith-based producer-pastor Devin Franklin, she told people she was finally ready to step into motherhood. At 43, the clock wasn't some abstract concept, it ticked loud enough to influence life choices. Enter Majors, charismatic, complicated, already in salvage mode, and the pair went public faster than many expected. By spring, she was bantering with Access Hollywood about actively trying, chuckling that a minivan might replace her sports car sooner than fans think. Supporters called it empowering to embrace desire on her schedule. Cynics dubbed it damage control domesticity. Through it all, Good maintained a steady narrative. Motherhood would not cage her career, children would backpack with her across sets and continents. That vision, bright and mobile, stands in stark relief to Jabari's posts of shadowed paperwork and bruised screenshots. 2 futures, 1 past, all colliding over the same man and a maybe baby. Which brings us to the crossroads. What happens if Jabari pushes the nuclear button? Inside gossip circles, whispers say Jabari cataloged every bruise with date-stamped iPhone pics and exported them, plus PDFs of medical visit logs, into a password-protected drive. If true, publishing those files could violate settlement terms, but also invite prosecutors to revisit charges or spark civil suits from sponsors who relied on Majors' denials. Streaming platforms have already inserted reputation review clauses in contracts. One credible photo drop could pause productions overnight. Meanwhile, lifestyle brands dabbling in parenting influencer deals hover like vultures, deciding whether the baby story is sweet enough to outweigh the risk. Tabloids comb Good's captions for cryptic baby emojis, each post a potential trigger for a fresh news cycle. The question isn't just whether Majors can stay clean, it's whether the people holding potential evidence choose silence or spotlight, now that a new life might be entering the frame. The result? A Hollywood cliffhanger where every player, actor, ex-partner, studio chief, and soon-to-be mother, waits to see which way the next lightning bolt strikes. Hollywood's appetite for Phoenix tales is legendary, yet the embers of unresolved scandals burn hotter than fresh headlines. Jonathan Majors has spent 18 months arranging a comeback mosaic, uplifting gym streams, unswerving partner, prestige film anchor, potential baby on deck. But mosaics are fragile. Pull one tile and cracks spread everywhere. Grace Jabari's hinted receipts threaten exactly that. If her archive surfaces intact and if it verifies deeper harm than courts recorded, the redemption tale could collapse faster than the live stream that launched it. If, however, her warnings fade into online background noise while a healthy newborn amplifies Major's Family Man rebrand, the public may absorb the scandal as footnote rather than plotline. For now, viewers hover on the play button, studios keep contracts in draft mode, and all sides know one truth. The next upload, be it sonogram or screenshot, could decide whether this saga ends in lullabies or lawsuits. Subscribe to stay tuned. The credits haven't rolled, and the loudest twist may still be waiting offstage.